Hey there, science fans! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of radioactive decay. Everything around us is made of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms have a nucleus at their center, which contains protons that are positively charged and neutrons which have no charge. Now, most atoms are stable, kind of like a well-built house that can withstand the test of time. They have a good balance of protons and neutrons in their nucleus. But, some atoms are unstable, like a house with shaky foundations. These unstable atoms have too much energy inside their nucleus. This imbalance makes them want to release that extra energy, just like a shaken up can of soda wants to fizz over. And how do they release this energy? Through a process called radioactive decay. Radioactive decay is the process by which an unstable atomic nucleus loses energy by emitting radiation. Think of it like this. That unstable atom wants to become more stable, more like its calm and collected neighbors, so it emits tiny particles or energy bursts, which we call radiation, to get rid of that extra energy. It's important to remember that radioactive decay is spontaneous and random. Imagine popcorn kernels popping in a microwave. You can't predict exactly when or which kernel will pop, but you know it's going to happen. There are three main types of radioactive decay: alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. Each type releases different particles and has different properties. Alpha decay is like throwing out a big, heavy bowling ball from the nucleus. It releases an alpha particle, which consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Alpha particles are relatively slow and heavy, and they can be stopped by a sheet of paper or even your skin. Beta decay is like shooting out a tiny, speedy electron from the nucleus. This happens when a neutron in the nucleus breaks down into a proton and an electron. The electron, called a beta particle, is much lighter and faster than an alpha particle. It can penetrate further, going through paper but being stopped by something like aluminum foil. Gamma decay is like the nucleus emitting a burst of pure energy. Gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation, like light, but with much higher energy. They are the most penetrating type of radiation and can travel through thick materials like lead or concrete. Because radiation can be harmful, it's important to know how to shield ourselves from it. The type of shielding needed depends on the type of radiation. Alpha particles are easily stopped by a sheet of paper or our skin. However, if alpha-emitting materials get inside our body, they can be dangerous. Beta particles can penetrate further, so we need something like aluminum foil or thin layers of plastic to stop them. Gamma rays are the most penetrating and require thick, dense materials like lead or concrete for shielding. Think of it like trying to block a beam of light. You need a thick curtain to completely block it out. That's radioactive decay in a nutshell. We've learned that unstable atoms emit radiation to become more stable. There are 3 main types of radioactive decay: alpha, beta, and gamma, each with different properties and penetrating power. Understanding these concepts helps us appreciate the incredible forces at work in the universe and the importance of handling radioactive materials safely. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you're equipped with the knowledge to understand the fascinating world of radioactive decay.